Most people want to start drop shipping, but are not quite sure where to begin or how to create a store. But first, we have to understand what drop shipping actually is. You see, drop shipping is actually a pretty cool business method. It starts with you, the owner, who markets their products on social media, and after a customer buys your product, you go and purchase it from a supplier, normally in China, who then sends the product directly to the customer without you ever having to see it or touch it. And after all product costs and ads are paid for, well, you keep the remaining balance. Sounds pretty cool, right?
It can be pretty confusing, but don't worry, I got your back. So if you guys are brand new to the channel, my name is Sam Smith. I've been doing drop shipping for over a year and a half, and I've learned a lot since I first started. So if you guys are interested in drop shipping or making money online, please drop a big thumbs up, share and subscribe down below to help support the channel. And with all that being said, guys, let's hop right into the video. First, as you can see up here, I have all my tabs open up, pretty much all the tabs that we are going to be using for today's video. There's a lot of them. We're going to be doing it one by one, so stay with me, guys. Don't want to get you lost. It is a hard process, but I got you, don't worry. So we're going to take it one step at a time. So before we even go to Shopify and start our website, create our account, sign up for our plan and all that, we need to first figure out what kind of website do we want to make. Like, what kind of store is it going to be, the name, what do we picture the logo and colors being. And like me personally, like I'm very picky when it comes to logos and colors design. Like I'm very OCD about that. I want it to be perfect. So right now, before we head into Shopify, we're actually going to go over to GoDaddy.com. That's actually where I go to get all my domains to customize my website. So let's head over there right now. So basically on GoDaddy, you're buying your custom domain basically. So any like .com, .web, anything like that, guys, that you want your website to be associated with, that's where you're going to choose your domain at. Because if you just create if you go to Shopify right away and create a normal random store, your domains are like really funky. It's gonna be like my Shopify blah 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 whatever. It's gonna be really long and it looks unprofessional and kind of scammy, not gonna lie. So if you choose a very professional and good looking domain, you'll build trust with your customers, so they'll want to purchase from you. They'll be more likely to purchase from you because you do look legit. So for our store name, if you're having trouble picking a store name, you can actually go to Google. So basically, if you're having trouble choosing a name, you can actually go in here, type in any word you want, and Shopify will actually generate a bunch of random names for you to help you choose your business name. So we're gonna go right here. I was fooling around with this earlier. So yeah, we're gonna go right down to, let's go with pet. Okay, we'll pick pet first. Generate names. So it's gonna give you a bunch of different pet names you can choose for your store. And if you don't know what kind of store you want right now, it's okay, guys. Me, when I first start, there's different types of Shopify stores you can have. You can have a general store, one product store, hybrid store, niche store. There's all kinds of different stores you can have. Me personally, when I first started, I went with a general store. In my opinion, that's definitely the easiest store to get started, because if you're not sure, say you don't want to sell pet stuff, you don't want to be stuck with a name that's strictly pet. You want to have like kind of like a broad name where you can sell multiple things beyond pet related. So let's go up here. If you don't want that, we can go to, just for instance, here you go, fitness, immersion fitness, cellular fitness, high fitness, fitness network, big bang. So see, there's a bunch of different business names you can choose from. It generates a bunch of random ones. Now some of these are taken, that shows here, but majority gives you a pretty good idea if you're struggling to choose a name. It gives you a general idea of what direction to go to. So for instance, I said we're not going to do a one product store today. We're not going to do a niche store today. We're going to start with a general store. That's the easiest to get started with. So we're going to go and type in some random name. I don't know. What words come to my head? Here we go. So for this one, something very simple is like hello plush. I typed in some random word and that's what popped up. So I mean, it's not that hard to choose your own store name, guys. Like I said, don't go in the beginning. Me personally, I would not go too specific. Don't go too niche. To start off with, in the beginning, like I said, I would personally go for a general store so you can sell multiple items from different niches, different markets, things like that. Just so you can kind of get the hang of it, get the experience of it, and then if you choose to go in a niche store or one product store later on, at least you have the knowledge and kind of the understanding of how things work. So for this one, I'm gonna go very, very basic. I'm not gonna do nothing too crazy. I think if I went with like Sam's, what was it? Sam's practice store, something like that. Something very basic, guys, nothing crazy. Because this one, I probably won't be selling anything from this store. I'll just be making it just as a tutorial to show you guys how to create a store. So I'm going very broad, very basic. All right, so basically once you have your business name generated from here, you would head back over to GoDaddy.com. I'm not going to sign in to my account or nothing like that, but basically on GoDaddy it's very simple, guys. You would just sign into your account. If you don't have an account, just create an account. It's very basic from there, guys. Like I said, you would just, whatever store name you want to create for your website, you would go here, type in domain, what was that one? Or Sam's. I think I actually purchased this the other day. Let me see. Maybe I didn't. Okay, never mind, it is available. So if you guys want, you can actually purchase my domain that I'm going to use for my store. I'm not going to purchase it. I'm just going to use a random, I'm just going to use the Shopify, my Shopify domain. I'm just going to keep that instead of buying a whole new domain. So if you guys want to, you can actually call your store samspracticestore.com if you wanted to. And these are like pretty cheap, guys. They're not too crazy. I personally try to go for .com because for me, .com looks the most professional, most legit one. But I've definitely had stores that are not .com. I've had .shop, .net, and those work fine as well. I just personally try to go for .com. But once again, .com, they are pretty competitive, so a lot of times they are already taken, or they're more expensive. .ai, .co.us plus on mine. I've done other stores that are not .com. That works fine as well. So yeah, you would come here, sign to your account. If you don't have an account, create one. It's very simple, very easy. It takes like a minute or two tops. And then you're going to type whatever store name you want, make it yours, purchase the domain. Very cheap, guys. And then you just follow the steps from there. Pretty simple. Alright guys, then once that is all done, once you're finished with GoDaddy, get out of all this. I'm going to clean all these tabs up. There's too much going on right here. Okay. So once you have that, now we'll go over to Shopify. Now we're actually going to create our Shopify store. Since we already have our business name, our website name, our domain locked in, now we're going to Shopify to actually start building the store out. Let me log in. I did this last night with the, actually I don't think I did. Let me look. I already created because the next step basically would go to Gmail, guys. And once you're in Gmail, I would create a business account for my website. I've had multiple websites. I have like 20 Gmail accounts. Yeah, it sounds pretty ridiculous, pretty crazy. But normally I would create a different Gmail account for every single store I open, just so it's associated with that store, just so it looks professional. So basically it's simple. If you guys are going to create an email, if you have emails, I've always had Gmails, you just create an account. For myself, for my business, I don't think it really matters. I usually go for my business though. And then you just follow up your name. So that's the email I created, samspracticestore@gmail.com. Something very, very simple and basic, guys. Nothing too crazy. That's just, like I said, I'm not going to be selling nothing on this store. This is just to set up the practice store to show you guys how to make a website from scratch. But basically, if I was creating an actual store, I wouldn't put just my store at gmail.com. I would probably do something like Sam's practice store, maybe like .info or .support, .help, something along those lines, guys. I wouldn't just do at gmail.com. I would usually do like .help, .info, .support, .inquiry, something along those lines. Make it look a little bit more professional, so it doesn't look like a basic Gmail account, basic email. So I would usually use something like that just to make it stand out and look a little bit more cleaner. I think it looks better that way if you have something like that instead of just straight @gmail.com. All right, anyway, okay, so we have our domain, we have our email that we got. Now we're heading back to Shopify. I do have these set right now. PayPal Business, I'm gonna set up for later. Canva, we may get to that today, or that maybe in the next episode. I'm not quite sure. But anyway, let's go ahead and actually create our Shopify account. Alright guys, so boom, just like that, we are in. There you go. So extend your trial for $1 a month for 3 months on select plans. Let's get that out of the way. Alright, your trial just started. 30th. All right, perfect. All right, so we're on a free trial. I did it for you. So you do get a free trial for a week, I guess, and then after that you can extend it for $1 for 3 months. Pretty amazing, guys. If you're trying to ball on a budget, Shopify's got you. They're really good, man. I love Shopify. There's so many other e-commerce platforms out there like Wix. I've got the other ones. There's definitely a lot of them out there, guys. But I would say that Shopify is definitely the biggest, most popular. I love Shopify. I've never tried any other e-commerce platforms, but Shopify just is so easy to navigate. It's so easy to import products, customize your website. I'm just very used to it. Like I said, it's definitely the most popular and biggest. I can't speak for the other ones because I've never tried them, but I rock with Shopify. They're pretty simple, pretty easy, guys. It's very user friendly, and it's pretty simple to create your store, not gonna lie. All right, so we're gonna start out first. Okay. Add apps, that's like a whole nother thing. Yeah, so when it comes to apps, I'll probably make another video on that. That's like a whole nother subject, guys. Like, there's so many apps out there. There's, a lot of people, especially when you're first starting, like when I first started, I had no clue what I needed or what was what, what did what for me, things like that. So that's a whole nother topic. All right, so right now let's go to settings really quick, do all the back end stuff. Let's do this, okay. And now here, guys, like when you want to, down the road hire some staff, this is where you'll come to. You can hire some staff, and don't worry, like you can actually approve what exactly your staff members can see and do on your website. They don't have full control of your website, so you can actually adjust the settings, like what they're allowed to do, what they're allowed to change. So that's pretty cool if you need extra help later on down the road. I've done that. I've had people help me with my website, when it comes to coding, other things like that. I've definitely had people, given my access to my website so where they can, do what they need to do and not have complete control of my website. All right, so payments. When it comes to payments, okay. All right, guys, so basically when you come to payments, you would go here and basically add all of your information. Like I said, and it says, some information about your business. Like, don't freak out. Like, you don't need to have a registered LLC business or something like that right away. It's just simple stuff like your name, your address, your phone number, email, and you go here and add your bank account information. That's how you get paid. So on Shopify, there's different ways to get paid. I would suggest doing this. Hold on. Let me do it. Okay, cool. So when it comes to credit cards and stuff like that, it automatically checks them all for you, but me personally, I don't use all of them, guys. Like Diners Club, I usually take that off. I keep the major credit cards here. Shop Pay, some people keep this on, some people turn it off. For now, I'm just going to turn it on. I'm just going to leave it as is, because I mean, you definitely do get orders from Shop Pay. I'm not huge on Shop Pay, but like I said, I still get orders from it. It's growing, it's pretty big. Shopify uses it, and a lot of people do as well. So I'm just going to leave that clicked on for now. Apple Pay, of course, Google Pay, and Meta Pay. I've never really personally used these two. You can keep them on if you want. I just personally don't really use Google or Meta. And don't freak out. Just because you take some of these off doesn't mean it's going to be a huge dramatic difference. If you uncheck Shop Pay, you're not going to miss out on tons of sales. I would have a good amount of options, for people to check out. Because most people, if they can use their debit card, they can use a credit card. Shop Pay is good, Apple Pay is good. So definitely, as long as you have multiple options from the checkout with, usually you should be fine, not have any issues. So here you can just schedule when you want your payout. So when you get sales, I think Shopify holds it for a couple days, I believe. I do forget off the top of my head. But usually you can do every month or week. I do every business day just 'cause I want my money quick. Because when you're making sales, guys, and you're running ads, especially if you have a winning product, it can take off pretty quickly. So you need money to keep funding that machine. So say like you spend all your money on ads, but you do have sales coming in. Because I've been in some situations before, like I have sales coming in consistently, but all my money is going to ads, and even though I have sales on my dashboard showing that I have money coming in, it's not in my account quite yet. So I usually do every business day, just I want to try to expedite that process as soon as possible so I don't run out of funds and I can keep marketing that product. And this is basically, when people, buy stuff from your store. So if it fails certain things, like their name doesn't check out, their address doesn't check out, Shopify will actually have a little risk bar next to someone's order. Basically just saying like, oh, it's a high risk value order. Maybe it looks fraudulent. But I would usually just keep this on. You can turn on to fail the postal one. You can check both. You can just check this one, just leave it how it is. So basically if it doesn't pass a certain verification, it won't go through, the order won't go through. So basically that kind of covers you on the end, so if someone's going to have a chargeback or issue a refund, their card got stolen, something along those lines, it would automatically detect it and it won't go through. So basically here, I would choose my store name. Basically what this is, as you can see right here, it's what shows up on their bank statements. I wouldn't put like your first name or nothing like that, because I want to, look professional, look like an actual business, not someone sitting in my bedroom, on my computer late at night. I want to show that I'm legit. So, I'd put my business name here. For mine, I'm just doing this, just to show you guys how it is. And that basically, when they make a purchase, that would show up on their bank statements of, that I purchased from the store. And also, guys, I would highly recommend having PayPal. I've used PayPal on all my accounts. PayPal does have some negative feedback. If someone has like a chargeback or something like that, it could put your whole PayPal balance on hold until that certain chargeback or issue is resolved. So it does have some negatives, but overall I like PayPal a lot, guys. I use PayPal on all my stores because PayPal is a pretty popular app. A lot of people use PayPal. Say for instance, like someone doesn't want to use their debit card, or someone doesn't want to go to a website and use their credit card. They'd rather do PayPal because PayPal is a lot safer option, especially if like they've never been to your website before, not sure if it's legit or not. A lot of people would go through PayPal because it would cover them in the back end. So I would definitely set up your PayPal account, guys. And it's pretty simple. Since I have my email address set up and everything, I would just go to complete setup. I'm not going to do it because I don't want to go through all that fuss. It's pretty simple, guys. It's not too crazy. If you've never had PayPal before, there's personal PayPal, like your individual self, like your friends and family, and there's a PayPal business account that you use for your business, obviously, to do different things. You can see analytics on there and things like that. But it's pretty simple. It's basically what you do is, go to PayPal, man. You sign up for an account if you don't have one already. Fill out all your information, add your bank information, what bank account you want your payments to go to. It's pretty straightforward. It's not too crazy. Personally, we would go for business, obviously. Yeah, you would just type in your email address, go to your account. Like I said, set up all your information, your name, your address, all your contact information. You set up your bank information, like your checking or savings account, your routing number, things like that. It's pretty simple, it's pretty straightforward, guys. Not too crazy. That's what you would do. You just go there, set up your PayPal business account, and after you're done with that, you basically come back here to Shopify, and it would say instead of incomplete, it would say complete, and it would be good to go. It would be attached to your Shopify store. So that way, once people come here to your store and choose to pay with PayPal, it would be a pretty easy process. They would just put their PayPal in, obviously, and then it would go to your PayPal account and you can withdraw it to your account. Alright, so when it comes to checkout, guys, there's a couple things that you need to click here. Usually I wouldn't click that. I want to look too spammy. Like when it comes to checkout, guys, you want it to be like an easy, flawless process. Like you don't want too many pop-ups, too many links, too much craziness going on, guys. You want it to be very simple, very basic, very easy. You want them to put their information in, boom, click out or check out, purchase, and be done with it. Like you don't want too craziness, guys. If it's too confusing for the customer, there's like just too much going on all over the place, like they'll probably back out and won't purchase. So when it comes to checkout, make it as easy, simplified process as possible for your customer. You can do either one, guys. I usually like to click their phone number and email, because when I do email follow-ups or SMS follow-ups, it's good to have their both of them. Because say like some people only check their emails, but then everyone, obviously, if they get a text message, most people look at their phone. So when it comes to this is another topic for another day, another video. But yeah, I would definitely have both these, because when it comes to email and SMS follow-ups, you would want to have both their informations and kind of just blast it out to both of them. I'm not saying like be spammy or nothing, but definitely blast it out to, hopefully they would say, like if someone leaves your website but they enter their email or whatever, or phone number, you can always send follow-ups to them to hopefully come back to your website and make that purchase. I usually do require first and last name. Company name, you don't need that. Address. Where's it at? So it comes to this, like I said, this is the email and SMS marketing I was talking about, guys. I would usually have this pre-selected, just so like they don't have to go and manually do it themselves. I mean, they can always opt out or click out of it if they don't want to get emails, but usually I would have it pre-selected, so most time they would just go through, and so I would have them their email on my list where I can send them follow-up emails on different sales, different orders, coupons, things like that. So it's just best to have that. So like I said, it's easy process for them, make it very simplified, but I would want to get their information as well to follow up. Tipping, like I've never really been a big fan of tipping, guys. Like even in my general day, if I go to Starbucks, like I don't know, I don't always tip. I try to tip, but I'm not always the best tipper. Especially on Shopify, man, like you can go for it, you can try it yourself. I know some people have done tipping, but like to me that looks too not professional, guys. Like I mean, you're already selling stuff. I mean, if you want more money, you can always increase your product's price, do upsells, things like that for extra money. But I personally just wouldn't do a tipping system. That to me, that just looks a little not professional. Okay, so shipping and delivering. This can get a little confusing at times, guys. Just bear with me, don't worry about any of this. Yeah, it might show your address here, but like I said, it doesn't offer delivery. Because I mean, obviously for drop shipping, we don't have the physical product unless we're like an actual brand, an actual company. We don't have the products in our garage or our house, and we're not doing local delivery or local pickup. So if you're for your Shopify, if you're dropshipping, guys, we don't have the products on us. We mostly source it from China, wherever, and then they'll send it directly to the customer. They'll ship it to the customers. We don't ever have to touch it. That's what I love about drop shipping in general, guys. I love the business model. For you to actually sell products without ever touching it or seeing it, it's pretty crazy. That's why it's a crazy business model. But yeah, I said, don't worry about any of this. You don't have to worry about that. We're not doing this. Normally, you can do different types of shipping. You can do a free shipping. Say like if your cart succeeds like $50 to $100, you get free shipping. You can do free shipping in general. You can do like express shipping for like $4.99, something like that along those lines, guys. All right, so we're going to go ahead and edit these really quick. I'm going to go custom. For this one, let's do standard shipping. Okay, so we'll add that. And this one will be completely free. So if you want, you can use carrier or app to calculate different rates, but it does get a little confusing if you're using a specific shipping partner. Saying, once again, if you're if you have products on hand at your warehouse, your office, your house, and you're shipping them out directly, that's when you would select use carrier app to calculate your rates. But right now, since we're not shipping it ourselves, we're doing it through a third party like AliExpress, something like that. Right now, I'm gonna do custom flat rates. So standard shipping, this one will be free. Go over these other ones really quick so we won't get confused. All right, so that one's free, and then we're adding one more. Flat rate. This one we'll do, let's say express shipping. Okay, express shipping, we'll go $7.99. Basically, you guys can do whatever amount you want. It doesn't be $7.99. It can be whatever amount you want. I like to have multiple options for people. Yes, you can say express shipping. You can use different words for it. Basically, we're just trying to increase our AOV the best we possibly can. AOV is average order value. So they're basically the same, yes, but you know, it's good to have multiple options. So some customers will choose the free, some will see the express shipping and pay the extra $7.99, which would help us out in our AOV. All right, so now we're going to go to international really quick. And international is basically every other country but the US. So it already has it pre-selected for us, as you can see. Every other country but the US. And right here, it won't be active until we go to markets and actually activate it, which we will do in a sec. I believe that's where the... Where is it? Okay, well, yeah, we'll do it in a second. Okay, and we'll have to use like an app for that and all that. Okay, anyway, we're gonna do the same thing basically as we just did up there. No. Okay. Do international shipping. Would basically just do the same thing. International shipping. That's free. Add one more. We'll do international express shipping. We'll just say that's what, $7.99 as well. Just to keep it the same here. Okay. So those are done. Okay. So your shipping's set up. You have a US, whatever country you're from, or in the US. So that's ours, US, set up here, standard and express shipping. Good to go there. And then international, like I said, we'll have to go to markets in a second and change it to make it active for all their countries. Don't forget to do that, because if you do that, people from other countries will not be able to purchase. They will not see any shipping at all. So make sure you do go to markets and make that active. Next, we have taxes and duties. For right now, we are going to skip over this. I don't want to say it's not important, but right now, since we're just setting up our store, we don't have to worry too much about this. United States, that's where we're at. Yeah, it's gonna make me put all this stuff in. Okay, so let's say we're skipping over that for now. We're not gonna worry about it right now. Okay, gift cards. So here you can, go and create actual gift cards for your customers. So basically, if you were doing like a promotion or a sale discount or something, you can actually go and manually make gift cards for yourself. So a customer can go to checkout and purchase a gift card for their family, friend, whatever, for the holidays, whatever it may be. They can actually purchase a gift card from you for your store. All right, and markets, like I said, we were just talking about a second ago for markets. So we do have to activate the international markets in order for that to pop up for the people in those countries to see it. All right, so we're good. And active right now, as you see, is you go ahead and boom, click active, hit save. And we should be good to go. All right, next one is apps and sales channels, and we are not going to get into this right now. It's like a whole nother video right there. You do need apps for your website. Some are free, some cost a monthly fee, but apps are very, very important for your store. Different apps do different things, and all you do for that is go to the Shopify App Store, and that's where you search for different apps, and you just download them to your store, and then activate them, plug them in, and you'll be able to use them. So we'll save that for another day. Right now we have domains next. Okay, so basically when I purchased a domain from GoDaddy.com, but once you purchase your domain from GoDaddy.com, this is where you come to activate it. This is where you come to switch it out. Because right now, this is what my domain is. It's not very professional, not very fancy. It's just whatever garbage, myshopify.com. It doesn't look good, guys. It doesn't look good at all. It does not look trustworthy at all. So that's a no-go. So basically, once you purchase your GoDaddy.com domain, wherever your name of your website is going to be, you purchase your domain, and this is where to come to switch it out to make your primary domain. You buy new domain, or you connect your existing domain, and that's where you would make it your actual website URL. So when people search your website up on the computer, on the phone, or click on your ad, wherever it may be, that will be your destination landing page of that URL. You don't want to say myshopify.com. You want to be a little bit more professional, a little more trustworthy than that. This is where you're come to do that. Don't forget that. It's very important. And what else you got here? Customer events. No. Brand. Use from what's going on. No, you don't really got to worry about this. Alright, notifications. So this is where you come to do all your notifications. Right here you can see when make sure this is correct. Make sure this is your actual email address for your business you want to use. Because when you send any of these to your customers or they email you, you email them back, this is the email that will pop up. So make sure it corresponds to your store. And basically all these are notifications that will be sent out to your customers when they place orders, you edit orders, refunds, different things like that. So we're just gonna go through and make sure everything's checked for now. And these will automatically be sent out. So when everything's checked, everything's ready to go, when people place orders, everything will be sent out automatically, so you do not have to worry about a thing. Shopify takes care of it, don't worry. Just gonna go through and make sure everything's okay. So once again, we are going for a marketing consent. We're gonna make sure we check these boxes. And if you want to, you don't have to use SMS. I like SMS as well. I prefer to do both. Like I said earlier, some people, they look at their emails more. Some people respond to text messages more because they have their phone with them already. So I like to do both, so that way I won't miss a customer if I send them a marketing email or anything really, guys. I want to make sure they actually see it and open it. So I usually just like both, just to make sure I have a better chance of getting them. And that's pretty much it for this section. Everything's checked automatically. Just make sure you check these. Like I said, I do both just to make sure I actually have the best chance of converting that customer if they don't choose to buy the first time around. Everything else looks good. And you can actually, I'm not gonna do it right now, I'll probably do the next video when I actually go to customize our website. But you can actually click on these and customize it personally. Because starting off, it looks very plain. It doesn't look fancy, it doesn't look clean, it looks very basic. Like, it's what everyone's looks like. So basically what you would do when you get your logo from Canva, when you decide your store's colors, you would come here and you would edit these. You can edit all these to see what they actually look like. So that's what we'll do probably next video when I actually design the website. This will look a lot more cleaned up, a lot more professional, a lot better looking. So yeah, I would don't leave it like this. A lot of people, like I said there, guys, there's a lot of little steps to make your website look good, and a lot of people slack or get lazy when it comes to things like this. Like this, things like this definitely make a difference in your website. It makes you look like you're trustworthy. Customers will come back to purchase from you. So little things like this, just taking the time to customize your templates, your email confirmations can go a long way. Right now we're about to wrap it up. Languages, obviously it's English for me right now because I'm in America, I speak English, but you can actually change languages in your website. We're not going to do it right now because you have to download apps and everything for that and change code on your website. But basically, if you want to sell in a Spanish country, you can change your website to Spanish, or have an option to change it to Spanish. Or say you're in France and you want your website to be in French. There's apps to change your website so it shows French. So you can sell in various countries, different languages. Even though if you don't know that language, you can make your website, you can have that option for people to choose different languages to go on your website and shop. And last thing, alright, policies. Policies are very, very, very important, guys. You need to have policies on your website in terms of service, shipping, privacy, refund policy, and contact information. You need to have these set up because definitely some countries require you to have these. So it's best to get it all set up now before, you know, if you run into an issue later on. And these are not that crazy, guys. They're very, very simple to do, and I'm gonna show you right now. So, like I said, Shopify is amazing. Like, you don't have to come up with these off the top of your head because, like, if I had to do this on my own, like, I would have no idea how to do any of this. I mean, I guess you go to Chat GPT, but realistically, it would be too difficult. Like, this seems crazy. You don't know what to put in here, the correct language and all that. But Shopify's got your back. No need to worry, guys. You can create from templates. They have everything thought out and ready to go for you. The only thing you have to do is actually insert your actual store name and change little things like that. So we're gonna go ahead and create our templates. Boom, just like that, guys. Perfect, look professional, everything's here to go. Like I said, you will have to just go through, you know, fine comb it, make sure everything looks good. All right, it does have our email address. Just don't want to miss anything here. And you can always change like your 30-day, you can only change like your return date policy. It doesn't have to be 30 days. Most people do. But you can like go here and change stuff you need to, and you know, to make it whatever you want. You can actually go through and change it. So we're going to do it for all these. Just make sure. That's it, guys. If I miss it, you might have to go through and just make sure yours is good. Like I said, everything's here for the most part. You don't have to do nothing. You know, if it has like your address, like your actual home address, take that away. Make sure it's not showing the customers. Let's do the other ones. Yeah, for right here, so this website's operated by my store. So you would, like I said, you want to fine comb this, go through it. There's like little things you do have to change. Nothing crazy, but just little things to make it look better. Sam's Practice Store. So little things like that. Like I said, pretty much everything's already done. It looks good. Shopify, you know, does it automatically for you, but you would just have to go through and some of these and change like little things like this. Make sure it has your actual store. Don't say like my store or my shop or whatever. Make sure it's your actual store. See my store, my store. Yeah, make sure it says like your actual website name. Make sure it has your actual business email address as well. I'm not going to change it. You guys get the gist of it. Everything's pretty much done already. You just have to go through and change, you know, tweak little things like that just to make sure everything's up to date. Shipping policy. You really don't have to worry about that. Contact information. Let's put that there too. There's your contact information. You can have it here, and you also can do it in another window as well, or there's other options to do it as well. We'll just put it here for the time being. Shipping policy. You don't necessarily have to put anything here. You could, because you know, on AliExpress or whatever supplier you're using, I mean, obviously shipping times are going to vary. They're not always the best. So it just depends. So you can always leave that blank, or maybe just put, you know, our shipping times are between 10 to 20 days, or you know, whatever, how many business days, whatever it may be. But you can also leave that blank. It's not a big deal. So we're going to save this. We got our policies done, and I think that's it. Start to be long. That's nothing. Alright guys, I think that is going to wrap up this video. This is pretty much just like the basic entry level to setting up your store. You know, choosing your website name, your domain, getting all your payments set up, getting your, what else do we do? Your email set up, and all the little behind the scenes stuff, all the little back end things that are actually pretty important that make a big difference in setting your store. Alright guys, I think that's going to wrap up this video. Like I said, this was basically just the entry level to setting up your store. You know, choosing your website name, you're getting your domain, your email address, your PayPal, all that good stuff, guys. Setting it up, doing like the back end stuff, like your payments, all your checkout information, your marketing, your your shipping, delivery. Basically, just get all the little back end stuff set up, guys. Like I said, I'm gonna make at least another video, depending how long the second one is. But the next video, we're going to get into designing our website. And that's what it gets fun, guys. That's the fun part. I love creating like my logo, my colors. That's when it actually all comes together and looks really good. That's when you can actually see the vision. Right now it looks a little crazy, you know, it looks a little plain. It's hard to see the vision, but trust me guys, like once you start designing your logo, your colors, you know, getting everything set up, designed the way you want on your website, that's when it gets fun, that's when it gets exciting, that's when you can see the light at the end of the tunnel. Just bear with me guys, like it is a struggle, especially when you're brand new at this. Like it's a lot to take in, it's a lot to do, but once you get the hang of it, once you do it a couple times guys, it'll be easy. You know, you'll get the hang of it, it won't seem too bad. So right now, like I said, we're gonna wrap up this video. I'll be making another video hopefully, you know, later this week sometime, and that's when we'll actually start getting to the design phase of our website, choosing the colors and you know, making it all come together. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you did enjoy it. Hopefully I didn't go too fast, you know, hopefully you stayed with me, and hopefully you learned a lot, and hopefully you can apply it to your new stores as well. But thank you guys so much for watching. Please drop a big thumbs up, share and subscribe down below to support the channel. Thank you so much for watching guys. I'm about to head to bed, and with all that being said, I'll see you in the next video.